Hey, hey, hey! Welcome back or welcome to Spilling the Tea with Astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. And witchy wisdom. So, on my last video, I was talking about Geminis, and I said I would get into the celebrities because I think it just dawned on me there's a lot of Gemini celebrities. Gemini is a very good with communication, so like I said, public speakers, and I would be acting, singing. Their throat chakra is like what they're best known for, in general. So singers and actors of all types and models even. So I want to say that in general, Gemini usually tries to keep very feminine and very flirty and is very, which is funny because they're a masculine sign and they're outgoing, which again, back to being a little bit extroverted, helps with the acting and singing. I did look up these celebrities, I'm not going to lie. But I'm going to wait until after the two videos on how to win over Gemini men and women. So after that, I'll go through the Aries astrology, Aries celebrities, the Taurus celebrities, and the Gemini celebrities at that time. So because I'm all out of order, so I don't want to make it worse than it is. So, but stay tuned, get excited. This video here is about winning over the Gemini woman. So how do you get her attention? Definitely they like the fire signs. They like loud and flashy and fun. They're a ton of fun, so I mean, like to invite them on a date, they're less likely to be excited about going out to dinner and a movie than Taurus would be. They're more likely to be excited about some kind of outdoor activity or some kind of fun to be had in general. I suppose indoor fun are like things like karaoke. I think Geminis have a tendency to have a good vocal voice. So, June Cody, if you're watching this, you know who you are. I hope that blank doesn't come up in my videos, but it shouldn't, right? Other ways winning over the Gemini. Definitely talk. Interesting talk. Be interested in what she's interested in. And if you're not interested in anything she's interested in and you can't have a conversation, this is not the person for you and you're not the person for them. They do need a lot of conversation. There's some way to say, I think it's sapiosexual, to say turned on by talking and conversation, intellectual thought. So this is definitely your Gemini person. That's what's going to do it for them, definitely. That's why they fall for a lot of fast talkers. I have a Gemini moon in case I didn't mention it this video. I mentioned it the other video. And because they are fast talkers and smooth talkers, they tend to relate with that well, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing, maybe relating to men who... I forgot what I was saying. Is that great? Winning the Gemini women over with words is one way. So definitely poetry. If you're into poetry or songwriting, write a song about her. She's the type to love that kind of stuff. If you do take her out to eat, take her somewhere unusual, definitely. Gemini likes to experience a variety of things in life, which is why people will call them the type not to settle down, because they like to experience a lot of different boyfriends. And I'm not calling myself out, but I think some of that may be true. Again, many Geminis do have air in their charts, so they're channeling, so they may not be 100% your typical Gemini, but when they're not channeling, this is who they are. Very witty. I just can't tell you how much witty is important. But fun. So they like fast cars, they like bright things, they like loud things. They would get along really well with an Aries. They're least likely to have temper, because we did talk about Aries having a temper. Gemini's thing is they will get angry, but it'll last less than 5 minutes and be over. So for me, I have a Scorpio sun. I get seriously angry, but my Gemini moon just can't hold a grudge for that long because it's exhausting. I'm like, what was I mad about, guys? Anyone? No, forget it. Yeah. So the best thing to do when, especially it's a great parenting tool, having the Gemini moon, because you get angry and they snap in line and they do what they're supposed to do. But then you forget about it 5 minutes later and they're all back there. You did what you're supposed to do and you're good. You're being a good kid. Always forgiving, very forgiving sign. Least likely to judge, not very judgy. Definitely the Gemini woman is very spiritual. So a lot of the air signs are very spiritual, but Gemini is into a lot of different types of spirituality, from singing bowls and gongs to burning Palo Santo, which I didn't do today. I'm gonna have to runes and astrology, and there's a lot of Geminis that are into astrology. Absolutely. The only ones I've ever had really want to tune in and learn one-on-one from me were both Geminis, and I love them desperately. I love you, Gina. I might even send this to your regular text phone if it'll take it, because you went off Facebook. How dare you? How dare you? Gemini loves to be pampered and spoiled, so she is the type that's all about the flowers, absolutely about the flowers. And so is Taurus, by the way, because again, they're back earth gardening, things like that. Taurus would probably prefer a potted plant that they're, or annual that will come up next year that they can plant. Whereas the Gemini girl just loves cut flowers, so tons and tons of cut flowers. She's very feminine, yeah. Always tell her what you're doing. No, she likes surprises. Crap. It's crazy. It's hard to surprise her too, because she dresses in very different manners all around the town, and you never know what she's dressed for. She might have to go home and get redressed. The Gemini always has the most impractical outfit on, but it's the coolest outfit in the room, but it's the most impractical for whatever they're doing. I remember once I wore earrings this big, and I was cool. And they were cool. They were the coolest thing at the whole damn place, the function. But sadly, the function was a funeral where everybody was hugging each other. So my earrings fell off, and I had to take them out. And I was like, I'm so impractical. That's definitely a Gemini move. It's being impractical, thinking about, just thinking about fashion over everything else. They're into fashion, so yes, take them clothes shopping, or let them have a clothing allowance, or whatever it is that works out in your budget to allow them to shop for clothing. They are definitely clothing and shoe people. And I'm loving this Palo Santo, so excuse me for a minute. Do you like my little lights in the background? Comment if you do. I'm not sure if I'm keeping them in or taking them out. I'm not sure. They seem to cut off this side of the room, but there's that. So I can't see the teapot. Spilling the tea with astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. Spilling the tea with astrology. And with your wisdom. Alright, get the teapot out. The teapot just hasn't seen its day today. I got sad, so I felt bad for it. Also, your Gemini lose track of thought often, like I just did. They're like a squirrel. You have to keep them on track and on thought. Even during mid-conversation, what was I saying? You'll have to keep them on point, things like that. Yeah. And like I said, if you do take them to dinner, make it somewhere really different and, try to surprise them with something different. And, if they hate it, whatever. But, it's worth the shot. Geminis love to be surprised. They love different types of food, so they don't like to just eat the same thing all the time. They're very daring and adventurous with the menu, whereas Taurus, which is funny because I'm more like a Taurus in that respect, but a Taurus is more likely to order the same thing over and over and over again at the same restaurant, whereas a Gemini is like, take me somewhere different. I want to order something I've never had before. And again, you may hate it, but that's a part of being adventurous when it comes to food. You know, and that's why Tauruses aren't adventurous. They're like, I may hate it and I may starve to death. You know, and I've been that person before too, but I'm also definitely adventurous about food. I'm just pulling up some of my own things. I think I'm done with this. Again, they're definitely into all of the spiritual things, so they would be the type, if you wanted to give them a gift certificate for Reiki, they would love Reiki. They probably possibly are interested to the point where Reiki classes might be a great idea. They are, they're air, so I mean, when you're doing Reiki properly, you're hovering about an inch over the body, and what is that energy in between? Air. You know what I mean? I feel like air signs are good with that as well as Reiki, and they definitely love shiny things and glitter and sequins and bling and crystals. Crystals. Take them to a crystal show. Buy them a few things. I know it's money. You know, I think the Gemini is a material girl. To some degree, the Gemini is the material girl, the shinies, the cool things, the latest trends, the latest fashions, and you know they're the type to try the boldest of fashions. They're like, who the hell would wear that? But she's pulling that shit off. She really is. Oh man, that's a Gemini. That's a Gemini for sure. Gemini can pull off any crazy fashion trend, and I think that I admire them for that. And I have enough Gemini in me to definitely have fun with a person who likes, you know, fashion. To be daring and bold and outgoing and different in, you know, the fashion department, and that's just fun. I always used to do a lot of funky ass things with my hair for psychic fairs and whatnot, and this is one of my funky ass bows. It blends with the curtain, but it's kind of cool. So I'm like, let's put on some of my funky things for spilling the tea, you know. So I did. Why not, right? Back to I am a psychic by day. I don't use cards. I am a channeler. Things just come out and you're like, how did you know that? I don't know. But it is amazing and fun for me. And it is touching for some people, especially when you're talking to their dead loved ones. It's touching for some people as their spirit guides, you know, guide them in or out of a relationship, or they guide them to let them know about their health situation. So, you know, or their career or their finances, and it just, it's a great reading, so it's fun. And I do that video chat one-on-one. The link should be in the description box. I do astro charts, which are your birth chart and your comparison chart. And that description, I mean, the prices, I think, in the description, and the way to reach me is in the description box below. I want to mention that I have Cash App and PayPal for donations. And yeah, so book an appointment with me for psychic readings, for astrology. We will get really deep and in depth, and we'll have a great time. So again, the best way to support my channel, seriously, is to subscribe. So if you're in Facebook, if you can go out of Facebook, go into your YouTube account and subscribe to Spilling the Tea with Astrology and Witchy Wisdom. I'll put the link up again on my Facebook, but there's that. So, Gemini woman, yeah. She's very fast, thinking fast, acting. In the store, she's going to walk 5 steps ahead of you. She is active, unless other signs in her chart will, you know, offset that. She's normally active. So taking her out to do fun things, you know, from like kayaking or outdoor things, you know, fun, active things. She's active. She'd probably enjoy bicycling or ice skating, or she probably enjoys a lot of different types of outdoor activity, different seasons, different things to do outdoors. I feel like I keep saying outdoors as though she's an earthy person like Taurus, because Taurus and Capricorn and Virgo are earth signs that do seem more interested in Mother Nature. But part of being spiritual is being interested in Mother Nature. So that is a thing for Geminis as well, is definitely being connected to Mother Nature and having fun, going out there rollerblading or whatever it may be, you know. But you're going to see her moving. So if you want to take her on a date where it's roller skating, she'll love it. If you want to take her on a date, you know, or to her favorite bar where they play Trivial Pursuit, you know, that may be her thing. So, you know, look around, see what you can find. Think about an active woman, a fun, fast, thinking, witty, charming, girly-ish. Mostly girly for Gemini, so if I'm wrong about being girly, you know, hit me up in the comments. But I don't know if I actually started my timer. It doesn't look like it. No. So I'm going to let this thing get going, and I will see you in the next video. Bring us out with a singing bowl.